Morning everybody, Happy New Year. I'm out taking a walk on this beautiful Sunday morning, thinking about the week, thinking about the second half of the year coming up. Looking forward to it, can't wait. Hope you all had a restful, rejuvenated break. You deserve it, we all do. And with that, I'm thinking a lot about culture and self-care of the individual to be able to sustain that culture, and I think it's super important that we hear a lot about self-care, we hear a lot about balance. I try to read a lot about how to balance work life with personal life and kids and wife and what I love to do, passions that may not be related to school, for example, and how to balance all that. Sometimes it can get lost in the school year, right? With the grind of every day, what we have to do, planning lessons and grading papers and making sure we are where we're supposed to be on time, for example. And so one of the things that I did over break was to reconnect with my father, and we met at Kim and Patty's Cafe right here in McHenry for lunch for about an hour and a half. Now what's significant about that is that I have not seen him for at least 5, maybe 6 years. We haven't even spoken for whatever reason. I won't get into that. And as we sat and talked, which we did for quite a while, we decided that we were going to let bygones be bygones. His phrase, not mine, which I was surprised and happy to hear too. So we did that, and I think what that did for me, for whatever the reasons were that we had decided to stop talking and literally cut each other out of our lives for at least 5 years, was to free some of that hatred and anger and just negative stuff that I was hanging on to for years. And we just said, listen, we're going to start right now. We're going to start where we're at and see where it goes. And we embraced, and it was a great lunch. We didn't talk about anything from the past that may have been bogging us down. And I thought about that, and I thought, man, that is really what I needed to take care of myself, to stop thinking about that. Because even when I'm not thinking about it, I'm thinking about it, right? Even when I'm not thinking about that, I was thinking about it. It was always in the back of my mind, always gnawing at me. And self-care, part of self-care is about letting go of some of those things and moving on from those things, however one needs to do that. And I feel free today. I feel great about being able to go to the next step and really being able to free my mind up for other things that maybe I was not able to accomplish because that was always in the back of my mind. So self-care, learn how to balance, might sound cliche, but it is, unless you take a step towards it. So if you're watching this video, great. That means that I decided to get over my fear of being vulnerable and post it for your viewing enjoyment on this Sunday as we get ready to watch the Bears, or whatever time I send out the weekly news update. Let's have a great week, everybody.